Hello, friends of the world. My name is Henry Diaz, and I I want to make this video as short as possible, but I'm pretty sure um, it's going to extend a bit because I do have a lot to say, and I hope you can stay on until the end of this video. I'm 34 years old, and I suffer from exfoliative cheilitis. I believe that's how you pronounce it in English. I am a Spanish speaker. That is my um, first language. So if I do mess up on any word, I do apologize beforehand. Anyways, I'm 34 years old. I live in Riverside, California. And I started with exfoliative cheilitis at the age of 16. Um, a few things that was back in 2007, and a few things happened in that year that I believe uh, led me to this path of being ill. In the beginning of the year, my father passed away. Um, that was back in February of 2007, and then around June or July, I broke my nose. And until this day, I have a really hard time breathing through both holes. I don't know the actual name for that, but I could only breathe through one. So I think that started the whole mouth breathing habit. Because then I started noticing that I left saliva in my pillow, or I had saliva on my face in the morning or whenever I woke up from a nap. And I have seen a lot of stories and read about how mostly everyone who suffers from exfoliative cheilitis has that bad habit. So I'm pretty sure that has something to do with it. So the stress of having lost my dad and then breaking my nose, and then I had to go to summer school because I was still in high school. I was about to enter 11th grade in high school. I had to go to summer school, and that summer, for some reason, I think it may have been stress, puberty, obviously, but I just started getting a bunch of acne on my face. So that made me um, even more stressed out. So back in the day, a product that was very popular and it was all over TV and the radio, it was Proactive. For those of you my age or close to my age, pretty sure you guys have heard of this product before, and it's like a face wash, face cleanser, to get rid of acne. And I when I was in summer school and I started getting acne, uh, because of this, because of how stressed I felt, I started licking my lips a lot, a lot, a lot. And so my lips started to go dry, and they started to crack, and a few little pieces of skin started to peel. But this had happened to me before in the past. I at that moment I didn't think much of it. Um, so so right in those days, I started applying Proactive on my face, and I'm thinking my theory, my ignorant theory, is that because my lips were cracked, pretty sure that the product or the liquid, the creams, they they went in my lips, like they went through the skin. So that might have triggered the exfoliative cheilitis, because one day I went to take a shower, and when I got out, my lips white as snow. And I was obviously shocked. I didn't know what to think of it. And my mistake was that I didn't go out of the bathroom, to show my mom or to show my family. I looked in the mirror in the bathroom after the shower, and I thought, what is this? So the first thing that I did, and I think that if I wouldn't have done this, my exfoliative cheilitis maybe wouldn't have been that bad. Um, is that the first thing that came to my mind was rubbing it off. So when I rubbed it off, huge chunks of skin came off my lips. That was the first time. That was the first time. And around this area here, the top area, inside of my lip, like huge chunks of skin came off. Um, it didn't even feel like just the pure skin. It felt kind of like meat, like part of my, like a chunk of meat came off. So as you can see, it left this little hole on my upper lip, as you can see there. Now, I've seen pictures of people with exfoliative cheilitis. I've seen videos of people with exfoliative cheilitis, and it seems that their lips just peel, but in a plain manner, without any like pieces of actual uh, chunk or actual skin removed, if that makes any sense. Sorry. Like I said, English isn't my first language, but ever since I did that, I've had this small hole here, and my lips kind of reshaped because my lips used to be a little bit thicker. Now I know what you're thinking. This guy has pretty thick lips, right? And I do, but I used to have them a little bit thicker, especially the upper lip. So when that happened, my lips became a little thinner because I took off a lot of, like I said, it was a chunk of like meat that came off. Um, so honestly, you guys, you guys can do the math right now. I haven't really thought about how many years, but I think it's been like 18 years maybe. I'm 34 years old, and that happened when I was 16. So what, 16 plus 16 is 32, 33, 34. Yeah, like 18 years. I've had this for 18 effing years. And I'm pretty sure on YouTube, I'm the guy that has had this for the longest time. At least someone who's uploaded a video and told his story. So I've been with exfoliative cheilitis, guys, for more than 18 years. That's more than half of my life. That was when I was 16. Immediately, I stopped going to school. I was like, what the F is going on with me? My exfoliative cheilitis was really bad. It was really bad. And I just stopped going to school. My mom got a whole bunch of letters in the mail saying that, that she could get in trouble for being my mom and um, for being the adult who was taking care of me, obviously, right? So we had to quickly see where I could continue my education, my high school. So I went to this school, which is where that's the way at least I saw it, where like kids who were bad, you know, who were rebels, whatever. Um, it was a school like for that type of kids, and I had to go. I mean, I was there for 4 months, and then I got transferred to an actual online school, which back in 2007, it wasn't as common as it is nowadays. But I was very lucky to find that school. The school is called Connections Academy, and that's where I graduated high school. I think the school is based in San Juan Capistrano here in California. So I graduated there, but I was at home. I was those 2 years I was at home, and after I graduated, I was obviously, what was I going to do with my life? I had a lot of plans. I wanted to join the Marines. I went to an interview, and I don't know what you call them, um, but a Marine, an ex-Marine, interviewed me, and he noticed my lips, and he asked me, if I had. No, he asked me what was wrong with my lips. He was very direct, and that he saw that I was somewhat shy, that maybe I had some sort of um, mental disorder. He didn't say mental disorder, but I know that's what he meant. And he asked me if I had had any therapy, any psychiatric therapy previously, like before going to them. And so basically, that kind of, uh, no, not kind of, that stopped completely my dream of joining the Marines. They did not accept me because of that. And so then I went to a community college. I could have applied to probably, whatever university, but my mind wasn't on schooling, wasn't on education. My mind 100% all the time was on exfoliative cheilitis, and people not seeing me, not going out of my house. So it was really hard. So then I went to a community college, and I did the exams, like, to be accepted, and everything. And the very first day of class, I opened the door and I saw the room full of, of students, and I think I grabbed that door for maybe 10 seconds straight, and I let the door go. I never went in. I never went in, just because I was so nervous, so scared. That was 2 years of me being, home, only with my family, only my family seeing me, and then, I had to do this. I couldn't do it. So yeah, so I stayed home. And then I gained a lot of weight. I'm 5'7", and I went up to 200 pounds. I'm supposed to weigh around like 140, 150. So I gained a lot of weight, and it was just a big mess for me. My mood changed tremendously. I went from being a very happy, smiley kid, one who would always joke around, to someone who was depressed, someone who was mad at the world, at everyone who was around him. So it took me a while to get out of my house. Probably I stayed home for another year, if I don't remember wrong. And then in 2011, I finally got the courage to get out of my house, and look for a job, because I just didn't want to go to school. I didn't want to be speaking in public, and just seeing other people my age and being judged. So um, yeah, I found a job at the Mission Inn Hotel here in Riverside. It's a very famous hotel here in California, and I went in. My job was to clean my floor, help out the ladies who cleaned the room. So that slowly kind of started getting me into this, into going back to society, being a normal human being again. It was very hard. It was very, very hard, but I was able to do it. And then my mom asked me if I could go with her to Guatemala, which is where we are from, which is where both of my parents are from. I was born and raised here in California, but I'm very close to my culture, and so I went with her. And while I was over there, uh, I just fell in love with the country, with the people. I'm pretty sure people noticed my problem, but no one really mentioned it, and no one made me feel as though I had something wrong with me. So I was